Then we have these apps, which give women the very thing they want the most: your attention. Men want sexual access the most. Women want attention the most from the opposite sex. That's not to say women are non-sexual beings and they don't. No, of course, they are far more sexual than most people could ever imagine. I won't say they desire it as much as men, but they are sexual creatures for sure. And men also like attention. But women prioritize attention at number one, at the helm, whereas men prioritize sexual access at the helm. That's the priority. That's the driving force behind their actions. What do these apps do? They flood our sisters with unlimited attention. Unlimited attention. I've heard women actually say, whenever I'm feeling down sometimes, I'll go on these apps just to get a bit of an ego boost, just to lift up my spirits, lift up my morale. Because everyone's swiping right on my profile anyway, because most men swipe right and most women swipe left. For the uninitiated, that means that most men will want to find out more about most women, whereas most women do not want to find out more about most men. That puts the leverage in the hands of the women. So the women are getting a large part of what they want. Now, are they getting that emotional fulfillment that comes through the matrimony and the union of man and woman in marriage? No, they're not. Of course not. And of course, all people want that, women included, obviously. But they're still getting a large part of what they want. That's like saying, well, a man, he's getting sex. Does that mean he doesn't want marriage anymore? No, of course. Even if you're a man who is promiscuous and you have sexual access, you still have that desire to want to be with someone, to love a woman, and for her to love you. You have that innate, it's in your fitrah. You've been created that way. But he's going to be a happy bunny if he's got sexual access whenever he wants. Hence why we have bachelors in their 40s and 50s and even 60s sometimes. Leonardo DiCaprio, George Clooney, etc. Well, Clooney's married now, but you understand my point. They can delay it because they're getting what they want the most. They are getting what they want the most, which is the sexual access. So then why get married? For what? Okay, to have kids. Well, I can delay that. I'm a guy. I'll just delay. I'm getting what I want the most. So the impetus is taken away. You see what I'm saying? Equally, the impetus is taken away from our sisters, women in general, but from our sisters, whilst they are using these apps, because they are getting what they want the most: attention. They're getting it. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. First of all, guys, do me a favor, please. Barakallahu feekum. Let me just pull this up real quick. If you could please like the video, I would very much appreciate it. So now we have a bunch of men, young men, middle-aged men, and old men. But my concern here is with the young men the most, and I'll tell you why in a second, who are single and struggling to find halala, a halal outlet, a wife. Single and struggling to find a halal outlet. And the reason why I am concentrating specifically on the young man is because the young man is the one whose testosterone is flowing through his veins the most. He needs to sow his wild oats. It's not a want, it's a need. He needs to sow his wild oats. So if you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.